Hi, I'm Paris, and I've always been prone to stress dreams when there have been stressful times in my life. I remember back after 9/11, if I were asleep and a low-flying plane came over the house, I would wake up in a start and run to the window, panic. That went on for about a year. Even younger, when I was at college, I worked part-time with the YMCA after-school program. So I was the one who would drive the van, pick the kids up from their schools, take them to the pool or to whatever field trip they were going on, then back to the YMCA. And the dreams I would have then, because I grew up 60s and 70s, lots of concerns about the Cold War, so the dreams were that nuclear war broke out while I was in charge of these 8 or 10 kids. And downtown Seattle was wiped out, so probably a lot of the parents of these kids. So the responsibility of taking care of these kids didn't end at 5 o'clock when the parents came to pick them up. Now it was my full-time responsibility to feed them and protect them, try to find out if maybe their parents had survived and reunite them with their parents, and doing this while the whole world was falling apart. But then for long periods of time I would have more normal dreams, until recently. Now the dreams are two main categories. There are the mask dreams and there are the vaccine dreams. The mask dreams pretty much follow the same storyline. I end up in a business, in a store, without a mask. I have no idea how I got there without a mask, but then people notice, hey, why aren't you wearing a mask? And it becomes villagers with the torches kinds of thing coming after me, and I'm desperately trying to find something in my pocket, something I have on me that I can use as a mask, maybe some napkins in the pocket, and I'm saying, no, this is okay. Or one time I had gardening gloves, and I was trying to convince the people a gardening glove held over my mouth and nose, that's okay as a mask. Now, being so worried about forgetting a mask, you would think, well, you'll never forget to wear a mask then. Yeah, a couple weeks ago, I was with my daughters and we walked over to our nearby Walgreens. And of course, we always bring the masks with us. We don't usually wear them if there's not other people around on the street. And we go wide or cross the street so we don't come near other people. So I had the masks with, I think one of my daughters had hers, I had the other two masks with me. And we walk up to the Walgreens talking about something. And there's the red box out in front, which is a DVD movie rental. So we stop, we're looking at the movies and talking about which one we might get. And then we finally go into the store still talking about that. Now, this Walgreens is very nice. Whoever's working up front always does a greeting about welcome to Walgreens, which is nice, and you wave at the people. So we walk into the store, and we don't go towards the front because we know the thing we need, which is over in the back. So we sort of go in the store and head towards the back, and I hear something from up at the front register, and I look, and the person is waving something, and all the people in line there are looking at us, and I thought, well, thank you, because I assumed they said, welcome to Walgreens. I couldn't hear what they said. And so we continue walking into the store further, oblivious, and there are a couple women shopping for something at the end of one of the aisles, and they kind of look at us funny, and all of a sudden I hear from my daughter, oh my gosh, masks. Well, no, their masks look okay. And then I turn and my daughter's fumbling in her pocket to get her mask on. Oh my gosh, we're in the middle of the store, we don't have masks on. So I get my mask and hand the other one to my other daughter, and we quickly put our masks on, and we're so embarrassed. And so we just decide, let's just be cool. And so we go through the store walking to where we're going to get stuff, and I noticed like 10, 15 seconds later, some assistant manager looking person coming at each aisle and looking down it and then going and looking at the next aisle, obviously looking for 3 people in the store who refused to wear masks so they could throw them out. So we're, we have our masks, we're not saying anything. So the dreams were trying to warn me, but I still made that mistake. Now the vaccine dreams are newer. That's only been the past, maybe 3 weeks or so. And the storyline is similar with those. I go somewhere and I wait in an incredibly long line to get the vaccine, but then there's always some problem. Either they've run out, or this isn't the right kind that will work for you, or I don't have my ID, and then there's always some reason why I can't get the vaccine. And that's sometimes in the dream. Then I go to another place and I'm waiting in the long line, and generally that's storyline. So stress and frustration, the theme of these dreams, probably for a lot of people, for people that are awake these days too. So what can you do to escape these pervasive thoughts that fill the days and then go on to fill the nights? Well, for me, the only thing I've found that really works is to get out into nature. Staying in the house, whether you're watching the news, whether you're watching some escapist Netflix programming, It's a temporary distraction, but it doesn't do much, I've found, to lift the weight of all of these things off of a person. Getting outside, if you have a garden, I know it's still the middle of winter, but I've already started doing some gardening. Have your hands in the soil, planting seeds, maybe putting things even in your house on the windowsill and watching them start to grow. Or go to a nearby park or even a playground that has some trees. The birds are still out there singing. The squirrels are still out scratching around in the leaves, digging up nuts and scurrying up trees. The world's still turning. Life is still going on outside the walls of your place. And it's easy to forget that when everything is so focused on all the problems we're having in society, the society of humans, whereas the rest of the world, it's still doing its thing. Going out and seeing that helps. And I don't think you can get the same effect by watching a nature show on TV. I think you really need to be there in nature. There's just some feeling of being in it that you cannot duplicate watching it on a screen. A place we go to about once a month or so, it's an hour and a half north of Austin. It's a drive-through safari. They have some North American animals there, but they have some zebras and ostriches and emu. So it's quite a collection. Of course, they don't have carnivores in there mixed in with the other animals. So the animals are there in, I don't know how many acres. It's a very large place. It takes about 45 minutes to drive through. And they sell you these little bags of animal feed pellets, which the kids throw out the windows. And the animals come up to have a snack and you get to see them up close and you don't interact with other people, but there are a lot of people there separately enjoying this same thing. And it's really nice. We were there just yesterday, had a little bit closer encounter with some of the animals than we were counting on. But you come away feeling that the world's a little bit bigger place, that you can relax and let go of some of the issues that you're concerned with in the grander overall scheme of things. For me personally, this past week or 10 days, I've had this intense desire to go and see the ocean, to go and stand on the shore with the pounding waves. I know it's the middle of winter, but there's just something. It's been a couple years since the last time, and we don't live that far from it. We're in central Texas. We can drive about 3.5, 4 hours and get to the Gulf Coast, and I have a feeling we might do that in the next month. It's just, I really feel like I need to go and see that, and I don't know whether standing there in the roar of the surf, I want to scream for 2 straight minutes or cry for 2 straight minutes or just breathe in the salt air. But I just feel like going and experiencing that will allow me to let go of so many other concerns. Of course, we better make sure to bring our masks in case we need to stop along the way. So after a year of quarantine and lockdown and pandemic, what is your mind filled with at night? What kind of weird dreams has this caused you to have? If you'd like to share, I'd like to hear. Please comment down below this video and I'll see you on the next review.
There are so many choices and you don't want to stress. You want your health food at home, receiving only the best. That's what we're here for. We give honest reviews. parristx.